And so what do I do? I made a whole bunch of different bread.
Okay.
Went up there and all sold out.
Oh, okay.
And it was like the lady that had the booth next to me, she said, "This is really good bread." But she said, "You better realize it's not going to sell out every time."
Well, hello, and welcome to Voices on the Wind. I am Toby Lyles.
And I am Maverick Lyles.
My esteemed son, Maverick Lyles. Hey, we've got a great episode today. But first, I want to tell you about Denise Patton, the artiste.
Yes.
What if we said it in French? Would it sound fancier?
I'm going to be like, she's the artiste.
Denise Patton she's a podcast sponsor. She serves as in-residence artist and gallery coordinator at Art at the Hines in downtown Cheyenne, Wyoming. You know, Cheyenne, Wyoming is the cowboy capital of the world.
Yeah.
We have the biggest outdoor rodeo, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And if it's not the biggest, we'll tell you it is. So.
It's one of the biggest. Yeah. It's biggest here, that's for sure.
Situated at 1602 Capitol Avenue in the heart of this historic western city, the gallery offers an eclectic, ever-changing collection of art for exhibition and sale by 8 talented local and regional artists, including Denise, who creates her unique and beautiful art at the working studio here. For more information, visit the Facebook page, Art at the Hines. Listen, if you have not seen her studio, we did an interview with her last season.
Right?
So make sure you check out her interview that we did with Denise. And, you see the brief window. She is just a beautiful person, beautiful art, and well worth going and purchasing something. Throw it up on your wall, gently place it upon your wall, your favorite wall, put some lights on it.
Yeah.
Have your friends be amazed when they come in. They will tell you, "Where did you find such beautiful art?" And you say, "Well, let me tell you." No, you'll never find it again. It's custom.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Denise, for sponsoring. Maverick?
Yes. So we have something about as exciting as that amazing art. We have our newsletter, which is very exciting. And we have then our own version of art in words and some word art, which is more like stories in writing. So I have a lot of good advice, I guess, but just motivational and then conversations, then thoughts, then some
thoughts on like what we're learning from
on the podcast.
And then sometimes stories.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then around
about bicycling
or batteries.
Batteries to the teeth. That seems like that was popular.
That was definitely my favorite one. Yeah. Anyway, so it's very exciting. And if you have not subscribed to it, you should definitely subscribe to it because it's a lot of fun. And we have more coming. It's every week, so it keeps coming. And that's votw.substack.com. There's a lot of dots on it. And today we also have Judith Bartmann, who was actually a lot of fun. She has some very good thoughts. And I love how she kind of cooked when she was like a kid, but then kind of didn't. And then she loved cooking, but didn't make that a business and went through an awesome journey. I don't know how much of it's going to make it to the post. But she has a very cool story, and I loved her how she got into cooking, how she actually made that into a business. I mean, it's a very cool story, and it's fun, something very niche. She's really she started very small and is getting bigger. So I hope she does even better than she's definitely on the path to victory. That's for sure. She's always learning. Met her, she's very smart and thoughtful and always trying to get better. And that's incredible. I really was impressed by her and enjoyed this conversation. So then should I end it?
So here we go. With Judith Bartmann.
I wanted to cook. And with two of you, it doesn't take very long to cook.
Why do you think you wanted to cook?
I love to cook.
I mean, you did it in your childhood. Do you feel like you didn't get enough of it during your career?
No, I was looking for something to do, and I wanted to cook because with the kids gone, and they were all down in Colorado, And I had always made a big thing out of birthdays and anniversaries and this kind of stuff. And so we still did, but you're no longer quite as involved as you had been before. And it was like, gee, I miss people.
Yeah.
So I heard on the radio, I think, about farmers market.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
So I called up and they said, oh, yes, we'd be glad to have you come along. Anything you want to bring, it's at such and such a time in City Park.
Okay.
And just show up and bring a table. And so, okay, so what do? I made a whole bunch of different bread.
Okay.
Went up there and all sold out.
Oh, okay.
And it was like the lady that had the booth next to me, she said, this is really good bread. But she said, you better realize it's not going to sell out every time. And I said, yeah, I was afraid that I was going to take it all home this time. You've got to figure out, okay, this sold, but that didn't. Mm-hmm. Do I make this again and take a chance? Mm-hmm. Or do I not? Mm-hmm. So all these various decisions. And so I went to quick breads, to bar cookies, and they sold very well. And it was like, I was cooking one time, kind of like I had said, with an experiment on spices. And it was like, well, geez, I'm tired of putting on this steak salt and pepper, and that's it. I wonder what would happen if I did this. And so it didn't turn out too bad that first time. Huh. Second time, it was awful. I've had some major,
like with any good experiment.
With
right?
any good experiment, yes. You really need to write it down because you will not remember.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember, the results aren't going to be the same. Mm-hmm. And so that really started it. And I'm kind of surprised I bothered to go on because Dick said, "Don't do that again." And I've had several of those "don't do that again," but thank God they're spread out over time. Yeah. Because I'm always experimenting, mixing something else up. Okay, we got the smoked paprika and we got all the basil and all of these other things. What if I throwed in whatever? It's not scientific at all. But like I said, I'm always working on things. These things have come about that we have here by trial and error, and old recipes that I find in books. I'm not too interested in going on my phone and looking at recipes. And I know there's millions of them out there, but it's just not something I need to pick up a book and look at it that way. And I've got a lot of old cookbooks that then you can add new things that have come along that they didn't have then, and things turn out really well. But it's been my goal the last 3 years to create 3 new blends for the holiday season and really push them hard. And if they fly, then we will incorporate them into the mix. If they don't, they won't.
Experiment.
I got segued off onto hot mustard and honey mustard. Okay. And they were good. We really liked them. They didn't sell.
Oh, okay.
It was, and there was so many things that turned out pretty good, but they didn't sell.
Well, let's go back to the spices. Speaking of experimenting, how did you, obviously, the first one went okay. The second one, not so good. You kept on going. How did you know, or when did you feel like this was something to take from experimenting at home to market, to sale? Where did that transition happen?
It was various people in the family who have been the guinea pigs for years. Yeah. Said, ask me, would you mix this up for me? And that kind of turned the idea. And so along with the baking, I started taking the spices in little small flip-top jars to farmers market. Okay. And they sold just like the
Now,
baked
did you
goods.
like put these on bread or steak? Did
Nope.
you get samples or just
No, I didn't give samples.
really?
I had, and I still have, little bitty jars that you can take the lid off and smell.
Oh,
Or you can dump a little bit out in your hand and taste.
okay.
But I haven't done I've done very little with the samples.
Mm-hmm.
People eat the samples and walk right on by.
Okay.
They might come back later, but to buy or go through online. But the sampling that I have done hasn't been immediately profitable.
You didn't feel like there was
I didn't feel like that
reward.
it was worth the effort. And it is so hard because with so much of this stuff, the things that you use it with needs to be refrigerated or hot.
Yeah.
And there's very few things that are just cold. There's a few things that you can do to make dips out of, and those work. But still, you need the base for your dip usually needs to be cold. And I certainly don't want anybody to get sick
No.
because they wouldn't buy the spices.
Among other things that would happen.
But
Yeah.
when people started coming back a month later or 2 months later and say, hey, that stuff you called All-American, I want another jar of that.
Okay.
And that's when, probably within that first year, I was starting to have repeat customers. The first year meaning that 5 months that farmer's market is available. But when I started having repeat customers, it's like, okay, I think it's time to move this up another step. We've just redone the webpage,
Okay.
and most of our sales are online through the Bear Creek Rubs webpage. And we are doing campaigns for now to get into the wholesale market so that we can get into stores and larger entities like that and the boutiques. And then our corporate page, which we hope to have published by the 15th of May, we're looking to the corporate gifting.
Oh, yeah.
And we found out we got one of our very first corporate gifting orders that had come in, and they had just found us by looking on Google for small businesses in Wyoming. And they ordered 500 jars of All-American Spice
Yeah.
with a 10-day turnaround.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There is not enough jars, not 500 jars in the kitchen.
No.
There is not enough ingredients in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I've got to order more labels.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. Okay. My husband, we need help in the kitchen. My daughter and her husband, we need help in the kitchen.
All hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
that's fun.
Anyone of the family that I could get my hands on. And we got to, I managed to get the jars and the spices. And we had 500 jars done and ready to deliver
Wow.
in 9 days. And nobody was hardly speaking to each other when we did it.
Did you sleep during that time?
Yeah, kind of. I spent most of my time worrying, is this going to happen? And that was when it occurred to me, to do this, you don't realize, I mean, we did this. We mixed the spices in a great big pan with a spoon. We took a funnel. We took the measuring cup and the scales. We washed the jars by hand. We put the labels on by hand. We filled them by hand. And at that time, we were very concerned about safety. So Dick would take and shrink wrap around the top so that we knew that they were a saleable product. These now, thank goodness, have the little cap inside that you have to peel off.
Yeah.
These also, that was when we found out you can't do this. And if we're going to get bigger orders, we have to do something. And so I called around to some of the people that...
How did you find that out?
A friend of ours, a very close friend now, Brian Young, who at that time worked for Contact. It was the think tank for Wyoming's 307.
Oh, yeah.
And the name escapes me right now.
Okay.
But he was involved with that. And he had seen the spices. And he said, I think you ought to try out for the think tank. And we had done it. And that was that was a great experience and really got us recognized here in Wyoming. And I called him and I said, Brian, I can't do this. He said, of course you can. He said, I can give you the name of a couple co-packers. You get a hold of them and see what they can do for you. One of them was in Denver and one of them was in California.
Okay.
I chose Denver. And I'm glad I did because he is fabulous. And he does everything from buying the jar and buying the spices to with their facility, and it's all automated because he makes the spices to my recipe, and I have final say on the recipes before they go in the jar. That he starts there with that fluffy stuff to go into your jar, and when it comes out the other end, it looks like this. It is ready to ship.
It's a beautiful product.
And thank God. Because now I can call up him and say, I need 500 jars.
And you get to go to sleep that night.
Yes, I get to go to sleep that night. And all I have to worry about is getting some more orders for that. Yeah. But with that, we moved up from looking kind of like farmer's market. We changed our packaging. We were our first, and you can see it still on the one thing on the web page. There's a picture, and I'm holding a box that has 3 of the spices into it. It's a white box that folds shut. But now this is our packaging. We went from that to this, and we feel that we are now at the level that we can compete in the big commercial markets. And it is so exciting. It is so scary. There's a lot of sleepless nights because we're on the edge. We are right on the edge of going big. And that depends upon our corporate gifting campaign and our wholesale campaign to be able to move, to get into a larger market.
Judith, that was really fun. I hope you all enjoyed that interview with Judith Bartmann. I took away from that a number of things, but, the first time I talked with Judith, I told her about the podcast and she was like, I've never done that before. I'm so curious. And her age, the fact that she's like, that's entirely new. I think I'm going to try it. Yeah. It says something about who she is as a person, her continued, the malleability. I'm not saying that right. The flexibility at her age. I'm working on that at my age. Not that I'm super, super old, although some would say I am. But at an older age, it's super impressive. And then, I just love that she took just what kind of welled up out of her passion, and she was like, "That's worth it. I'm going to try to do it." So impressed with her.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really cool that she's doing new things. She's like just trying things that have, really never really been not like things are like, oh, this will make money, so I should do that. She's like, nah, I think I'll do something that's fun, and I think that's really cool at an old age to just do something that's fun. I think that's what you're getting older and you're like, you know what? Now I got time to spread my wings and fly. And that's definitely what she did. She's definitely flying. Really impressed by how smart she is and how she's just very good at determining what things should I do, what things should I not do. Like, this is new, but is it good? I don't know how she does that. It's amazing. So I really enjoyed it, and hope you will as well. If you do, please like it, because of course, those are always good. And if you have not subscribed or followed, definitely should do that. We have a lot of awesome episodes coming, and we're really happy to have, and then if the more we follow, the more people we can have on. So thanks for listening, and until then, happy sailing.